It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Happy hump day. How y'all doing? Girl, my hair all over my head. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing getting here? Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. If you get over the hump, they say Thursday and Friday is supposed to be smooth sailing, okay? Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get in here. Get the likes up on the video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you're returning, welcome back, okay? Shout out to everybody in the building. I ain't gonna lie. I got on here and I went to hit monetize on my video, and it said this video can't be monetized. And I said, I know you're lying. But it turns out that it was just, I guess, an error in the machine. Hopefully, we'll see, y'all. But anyway, get on in here. Girl, the YouTubers down at the Diddy trial is showing their natural black ass. You feel what I'm saying? And we gonna talk about it. We're also going to discuss today, Brian McKnight finally decides to rear his raggedy head, and instead of just giving condolences to losing his own son, he out here dragging for the brother. We'll get to it. Obviously, Antoine Massey, we knew that the police was coming to tear that house down, whatever house. I don't know who house he used to make that IG live video, but the police was there before he could say hasta la vista, okay? And he was gone by that time, though. We'll get into it. Then we got Elon beefing with Trump. Girl, what happened? Why is Elon and Trump beefing? Can I tell you why? I believe that Trump used Elon. I believe, and we're going to get into it, but I believe that Trump needed social media to win the doggone race. And I believe that Trump did what he could get. If this is real, because you all know the world is a stage. The world is definitely a stage. Welcome to the party. You're late. You're just in the audience. Right now is not the time for concessions. If you didn't make it there already, you stuck like Chuck, okay? But either way, if it's real, I believe that Trump used them for social media because he needed that to win the election. You feel what I'm saying? But we'll see. And then we also got to talk about Cardi B versus Offset. And let me tell y'all something. To whoever Photoshop culture couture, whoever Photoshop couture, that's wave. Whoever put couture picture next to Stephon Diggs and tried to make it seem like he the daddy, y'all dirty. And this is why Cardi be cursing y'all out. We gonna get into it. Y'all come on in. Offset had to damn near threaten everybody. They say he got rid of his social media. I don't know. All I know is, y'all, now that was fall. But we gonna get into it. Y'all is dirty on this internet. We gonna get into it. Y'all get in here, get the likes up on the video. Let's get right on into the show. Let's get into the Brian McKnight tea. So Brian McKnight, as we know, we've been talking about this the past couple days. Brian McKnight's son passed away, unfortunately, from cancer. He had a battle with cancer that he had been going through. And unfortunately, he recently succumbed to his illness, and he has passed. Now, we have been watching for the past couple days, waiting on Brian McKnight to come out and say something. And he ain't said nothing, okay? Nothing. Only thing he came out to do was go off on his brother, because according to Brian McKnight, his brother shouldn't have went to TikTok and bring out the news. This man is sick. We about to get right into it, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. I just, you have to be absent of morality and humanism to be like this. I just don't understand. Get the likes up on the video. Let's see what Brian got to say. It says, Brian McKnight calls out his brother Claude for announcing son's passing on TikTok. Says he offered his son's medical assistant his son medical assistance, but he declined. Then he goes on to say, me and my family flew to Maui. Now that's the Clear family he got, and had a private memorial remembering him. I know you lying. So you offered to give him medical help. He said no. So you backed away completely. And then you and the new family, the makeshift family, went to Maui. Maui. Y'all ain't even Hawaiian. What? Girl, listen, y'all, girl, one last cry. It's too early to cruise. Shut up, Saint. Let's get into it, girl.
Tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. Wow. It has instead turned into a circus, a mockery of a life now lost, making this tragedy into a reality show type drama.
Why is he speaking on the passing of his son as if it's an event? Oh, he decided to take the opportunity to make this a big circus and, this thing. Why are you speaking on your child that is passed as if you missed a football game or something? Like, what? Oh my God. Sade said he offered medical help, but only at his home, so his son rejected the offer. And he's married, correct? Because they said, I think the son is married. I wouldn't go live over there neither with them Clears, with them Asians, girl. They might be done stuck something in my shrimp fried rice. Hell no. I'd rather die over here and let God deal with it. Do you hear me? Let's get into it. Y'all get the likes up.
While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him. And all the
who the hell want to die amongst a bunch of Asians? What nigga? This is no shade. Shout out to the Asians. But it just dawned on me. Who wants to take their last breath in front of Chun-Li and them? Not nobody I know. I don't know no nigga that want to be surrounded by Vietnam in China when they taking their last breath, getting ready to go on to glory. Girl, please. I wouldn't want to come over there neither. I don't know them people. You barely know them people. Are you crazy? Girl, could you imagine on your way out to go meet your maker, all you hear is the doorbell. Konnichiwa. No, bitch. Get me up out of here. No, sir. I don't want no parts.
Good times. The last time he and I spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined. The door of communication was open.
Why would you want to isolate your son in order to get him private care? Why would you isolate your son from his family, his mother? That's the only way he can get the care is if he come into the home with you? Girl, no way. You and June Tao, y'all the only way I can receive the help. I done went on to glory too. I ain't gonna lie.
And remained open until his death. To the self-proclaimed mama bear, may God have mercy on your soul for not allowing him to accept that help and not allowing him to use that line of communication.
Wow.
Big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless. There is great comfort in knowing God knows the truth and the totality of the whole story. I am truly thankful for the immense peace God has given me, and I've left everything in his hands. I have a clear conscience. The only judgment that matters is God's. My wife, our children, and I are eternally thankful to Almighty God that the suffering has come to an end and grateful for all of your condolences.
He's more personal in describing his new wife and new family than he is with the son that he had 20 plus years ago. So you can put emotion on them when you describe them, my wife, my family. But when you talk about your son's passing, you're like, yeah, because you made this event about you. What? And I hope God holds you and helps you, heal you for not allowing him to take the doggone the help. What mother? This is a real question. What mother wants to be away from their child in that dire time of need? I don't know no mama, Even a crackhead mama would try to be there. You wanted to take your son and get him help, but he had to be isolated from everybody. I tell y'all this all the time. A lot of times, the doctors will tell you, oh, this person is strong. This person is a fighter. Meaning, when you die in the brain, in the mind, then everything else goes on to follow. If you were to isolate this man from his family, girl, he'd probably be gone sooner than later. This is ridiculous. He's sick. He's disgusting.
Thanks to those of you who have known the truth from the beginning and haven't let untruths, half-truths, or slander prejudice your opinion. There is great comfort in knowing God knows the truth and the totality of the whole story. I am truly thankful for the immense peace God has given me, and I've left everything in his hands. I have a clear conscience. The only judgment that matters is God's. My wife, our children, and I are eternally thankful to Almighty God that the suffering has come to an end and grateful for all of your condolences. Thanks to those of you who have known the truth from the beginning and haven't let untruths, half-truths, or slander prejudice your opinion. There is great...
Y'all, give me a second. Let me get y'all a commercial break right quick. Give me a second. Let me take care of something really quickly, and I'm going to come right back, and we're going to finish discussing this Brian McKnight crap, girl. Give me 1 second. I'll come right back.
Gotcha. Do your hand like this. Yeah, gotcha. Cause I'm black, niggas the black, the nigga black, niggas the black, the nigga out black, niggas the black, the nigga black, the nigga black, the nigga I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown. You got to say, they want the black, cause I'm black, nigga the black, the black, I can never be white, the white. Shake if your leg, wiggle lift your leg, bounce lift your leg, hustle lift your leg, if your leg is around, let me see you put your hands up. Let me see you put your leg in your brown, let me see you put your hands up. Put your hands up, black. Make that booty go round and round. I'm Louis Vuitton Brown. Make that booty go round and round, man, cause I'm Louis Vuitton Brown.
Will somebody please deport me? Yeah, I need deported. Please deport me back home to my father who art in heaven. Yeah, I wanna be deported. Handcuff me and send me away to the Father. Cause there's so much going on this earth. It gets to me sometimes, yeah. And in these times, I gotta remind myself of my beautiful qualities to help me keep on pressing, such as I am beautiful on the inside and out. I am unique. I am real and authentic. Yeah. I'm not like everybody else, cause I'm me, and that's alright. I am lovable, I am loving, and I am loved. Yeah, I am healthy, and I am wealthy. So until my father called me home, I guess I can't be deported, but I'm gonna be imported right here, right now, and enjoy my day, and I hope you do too. Peace.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to pay the guy from ADT. He was changing out my door lock. All right, but this is the thing. No wonder your son passed up on the help from Brian McKnight, because Brian McKnight is an evil guy. He just is. And this new wife, like I said, I would never respect her because as a woman and as a mother, but then again, it is what it is. But I would never respect Brian McKnight. And this is the worst part. In his mind, he thinks that he did the right thing. Well, I reached out, or I tried, or this, that, and the third. You wanted to take this boy away from his mama in his final moments. That nobody wants to do that. No person who has a living mother wants to transition without that mother there, even if you have a wife or something. most people would love, listen, this is just a fact. And then on top of that, Brian McKnight was on the road 99% of the time when these kids were young. So they were raised by and with their mother. And you mean to tell me that you want me to believe, this is what you want me to believe, you want me to believe that you thought it was a good idea to then take him out of that environment in his most vulnerable time in his life? And you thought that you were doing the right thing, but he's a control freak. That's what it's given to me. Everything has to be done under Brian's control. If it's not, he don't want nothing to do with it. You see what I'm saying? Now he on here mad at the brother because the brother announced the son's death as if the brother is not doing what he was supposed to do, because unfortunately there are people who are and were fans of you, Brian McKnight. So if something happens to anybody in your family, the way it works is we care. So as people who are or were fans of you in the past, we care about if something happens to one of your kids. So the brother did what he should have done, which is allow the group of people who have been following this situation, but not only this situation, but allow the group of people that have been supporting Brian's black ass and getting those folks to let them know what's really going on. Listen, nobody was shy about it when Nico announced he was suffering from cancer. But all you care about is the fact that the brother went on TikTok and said it, not the fact that you lost your son. And then you're going to do a private ceremony with the new wife and the new kids. I ain't going to lie. I'm emotional. I thank God my daddy stayed with my mama. Because I swear for Lord, if my mama or if my daddy and my mama broke up and my daddy went and got a new family, especially if they were in the milk community, listen to me and listen to me good. If my daddy would have had a half and half family and he wanted me to come live amongst them and he over there calling them his wife and kids, on my soul, every time I see my little brothers and sisters, I beat the fuck out of them. I'm sorry, man. You got my daddy. That nigga nice to y'all. Y'all half and half. You feel me? Now this nigga done turned into a new nigga. You feel me? Now you feel what I'm saying? Now he don't want to claim us no more. Now we gotta be, now we the side kids, even though we the first kids. Man, I beat the fuck out of my little brothers and them every day. On my soul, I would. I ain't gonna lie. I would lie and say I'll just be figuring. No, I ain't gonna lie. Every time I see them a little bit, I'll be pinching them. Look, come here, little Tori. Little Tori, come here. Come here, I got something for you. Here, as soon as little Tori get over there, come here, you little ugly. That's so bad, but it's just, that's why God, they say the Most High only give you what you can handle. He know I couldn't handle that. That's why he made my daddy stay with my crazy ass mama. And heavy on the crazy. Okay, so it is what it is. He knew that I wasn't capable of dealing with those type of situations. So he made my daddy stick it out for 42. It'll be 42 years in July. So shout out to my daddy for sticking it out. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know. But you stuck it out. Because I couldn't handle that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, girl, to hell with Brian McKnight. Brian McKnight ain't worth a dime. To hell with Brian McKnight. He going to hell too. He going to hell. There's a few people I would love to watch on the way down to hell. You feel what I'm saying? Like, is it me? It's a few people that I would love to just be a fly on the wall when they on their way to hell. Like, bitch, look at Brian. Look, he's scared, girl. You wasn't scared when you was beating your wife. Ooh, girl, this the part. Hurry up. Girl, I would just love to be fly on the wall. Do you hear me? I would just love to be it. But anyways, that's not my calling. So it is what it is. I have another thing I want to show y'all. Honorable mention. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations to Noah Lyles and Janelle Brumfield. They both track athletes and they are engaged. And here are their wedding photos. When I tell you melanin chocolate was giving, do you hear me? First and foremost, this lady's body, Janelle's body, is like a big ass Tootsie Roll if it was shaped to perfection. Like, can we start there? Okay, and we all know Noah Lyles is very, he's one of the fastest dudes right now. I ain't gonna lie, when I saw him on Netflix and he started talking, I was like, that nigga lame in a bit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he definitely messing with the white girls. But turns out Noah Lyles shows all these nigga sales who be running around here saying that they only with the clear women because the black women didn't like them. You a lie, because I ain't gonna lie. If y'all ever seen Noah Lyles outside of running, that nigga lamer than a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? But he's Noah Lyles. And he got him a beautiful chocolate dark black queen. Look at her. Look at her. Gorgeous. Go ahead on, girl. As you should. Ooh, I know they're going to have some athletic churn. Do you hear me? One going to play basketball, baseball. One going to run track. Girl, them churn going to be tennis players. Girl, they're going to be everything in the world, huh? Now, you do know that back in the day, isn't this photo breathtaking? Isn't this photo Listen, when I saw this photo, even with the background, with the brick, with the color of her dress, and then her skin so buttery, like, this photo is breathtaking to me. This is just to me. She looks amazing. And congratulations to Noah Lyles and Janelle Brumfield. I've been heard that they was dating, but I didn't know exactly what was happening with that. But apparently they're getting married. And back in the day, they used to breed people like this on purpose. They still do that today. Where you think you get your athletes from? Or your politicians? Oh, that's a whole nother day. But they breed together. Like, for instance, I just saw Martin Lawrence's son or his daughter and Eddie Murphy's son just got married. I guess it was a private ceremony. They breed together. Because think about it. If you have the genetics of Martin Lawrence and then the genetics of Eddie Murphy, what are you going to create? They still do this to this day. Only poor people don't breed purposely like this. Only poor people don't breed. But it's very good when you're looking for, if you want something out of life. Like, I know this is shallow. Like, for instance, I remember somebody was saying something like, if you wonder, like, for instance, I be seeing a lot of kids. I'll give you an example. I be seeing kids that struggle with school. And then when you start to talk to their mama or you start to talk to the parents, you start to realize that the mother had issues in school or the father had issues in school. And those kids typically have issues because genetically they come from more than one parent or one parent who probably have educational or intellectual issues as well. But if you get two people who are intellectually sound, like, for instance, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but beep, okay? I graduated college with a 3.9 GPA, okay? Now, my ex-husband / baby daddy, he's stupid as a box of rocks, but he's so smart. That nigga's so smart. And this is why my daughter graduated college with almost a 4.0, because intellectually, she's got two parents who are very well educated. Now, it's the same thing with me. My mother is very well educated, especially with history, with the Bible, with all that type of stuff. And then my father is an intellect. He went to college. So that's how I came. So I'm saying all this to say, I think that it's dope that Noah and Janelle are married or getting married. And I think that the children that they're going to have is going to be amazing. Amazing. Yeah, Ace, the Honduran fella. The Honduran fella. Y'all know he married to a Honduran now. I said, boy, I know his mama finally getting some rest, huh? Y'all know the mama didn't like me because I was a nigga. Unapologetically, but it is what it is. Nah, oh no, he ain't jungle fever. Girl, if you see my baby daddy, you wouldn't know he was from Honduras until he told you. He looked like a nigga. That nigga had nappier than mine. Girl. Oh no. That nigga hair tougher than Nigerian hair. Do you hear me? Girl, please. Ain't nothing mixed about that nigga. Only thing mixed is the language. That's, girl, please. That nappy head. Girl, please. You feel what I'm saying? Girl, please. But anyways, congratulations to Noah Lyles and Janelle Brumfield. Congratulations to them both. Now, I want to move on. I think I have one more honorable mention before we move on. I wanted to show y'all something else. Now, I saw Mariah Mills put a rape or R-word situation on Zion, what is his name? Williamson. He is the person, he was the first round draft pick in the NBA draft. I can't remember what name is it. But ultimately, so pause, because I just saw a comment I want to add to this. Somebody said she got a foundational Honduran. Girl, I come to find out here the last year that they really from Jamaica, even though they're Honduran. I ain't digging. That's for my child to do. I'm not doing all of that. That nigga told me, oh yeah, but we really by way of Jamaica. And Grenada or something. If my child want to know, she can pull it up and figure it out on her own. For me, let's move on. Now, Mariah Mills. Yeri. So, according to my baby daddy, his grandmother moved to Honduras from, 3 or 4 generations ago. They moved to Honduras from Jamaica, and it was right, I want to say, toward around the time where the Spaniards came. Girl, it's crazy. It's a whole lot going on. It's a lot. But now, Mariah Mills. Let's get into Mariah Mills. Now, first of all, Zion Williamson has an ex addiction, if you know what I mean. And Mariah Mills was one of the first girls who he was messing with. Remind you, this ain't the first time she embarrassed him or exposed him. Mariah Mills came out and exposed that he had a problem with ex addiction way back when. But it seems like Mariah Mills is the girl that you have fun with, but you don't want to be with. Look at her. And Zion probably had been messing with this girl on and off, even though she keep exposing him. Every time she get a chance, he had been talking to her on and off. And I guess because now he had 2 other girls fighting. Now he's on here. No, the girl that went to Tony Busby to tell him that she was R-worded by Zion Williamson, and I never believed it from the beginning. I'm not like y'all. I don't believe all victims, because that implies that there aren't evil women out here. I don't believe all victims. I didn't believe her, because her track record and her pattern told me or showed me that this is what she does. So now when that didn't work, now he got a baby on the way. Them 2 girls fighting, or at least they just had the baby. Now here she come with, now I was R-worded. And even Tony Busby, the ambulance chaser who literally takes everybody's case. Girl, Saint could get a case picked up by Tony Busby. And even he decided he wasn't going to pick up this case. You literally can't make this up. I think this girl is mixed with black or something. I think she's like racially ambiguous. I don't know. It says, get into this. A few days ago, we reported about Mariah Mills reaching out to Tony Busby to potentially be her lawyer if she decided, even though she came out on the internet and said what it was, if she decides to sue the NBA star Zion Williamson. At the time, Busby said he was looking into it, but hadn't made a final decision if he was going to represent her. Now, according to TMZ, it says that he has declined. It says Mills is infamously known for exposing her sexual relationships with Williamson back in 2023, when she claimed she was sleeping with him while he was with his then girlfriend, and then she was possibly pregnant. This is what she does. Then it goes on to say, sorry, y'all. Then it goes on to say, Mills then made a video a couple of days ago stating she also was a victim of Zion Williamson after a Jane Doe filed a lawsuit against the athlete, claiming he kidnapped her and sexually assaulted her. Let me tell y'all something. See all y'all running behind this mental health kick, all this running around, Stockholm syndrome. You don't understand. Watch how many lawsuits about to come out. Oh, and by the way, see, I don't have to worry about this because I don't have no son. Hide your sons because it's coming. Oh, yeah, it's coming. They're going to be putting these type of cases on your son and taking your house because they're going to sue you. Mm-hmm. They don't want your son to go to jail. They want to take everything you have. So get ready. You see how more and more of these cases keep coming up? And this is the gag. The most of them don't even have a case to begin with, but they still coming up. Now, like I say, I'm on here without a dog in the fight. I ain't got no sons. I'm straight. I'm literally straight. The only son I have is Saint. And if another dog said my child did something to him, then it's going to be a problem. Now, here come Mariah Mills. Soon as another girl claimed he kidnapped her, because now kidnapping has changed. Now, if I decide to go somewhere with a nigga or maybe the nigga, I don't know. It's everything is different now. Y'all are blurring these lines. Okay? But like neither here nor there. One go, they all going. And they on their way to Yodo. It's coming. Mark my words. It is coming, and it's gonna be random, everyday, regular, degular, schmegular, easy peasy stuff. Like, for instance, your son was inappropriate at school, or he was talking to your child, to another little girl around the corner, and then the mother says she was mentally incapable of having a conversation with him around the corner, so he kidnapped her. Then next thing you know, your son in jail, you put your house up to get him out, and then by the time they do the lawsuit for financial gain, you got to give up your house because they done stole your house. Watch. It's coming. But I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have a dog. And this is the worst part. You want to know the worst part with the women who, and this is just really a real question. She's 30, but her brain not developed. What? I know you did not say that. Who says she's 30, but her brain not developed, girl? Anyway, listen, this is the point I'm trying to make to you. It's coming. It's on the way. And I never understood why the women who have fathers, husbands, boyfriends, sons, I never understood how they tricked you into this. That's crazy. But again, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have a dog in the fight. Okay? So I'm hoping that this works out for you guys. Now we start to talk about brains not being developed in Stockholm syndrome and whoop. This too will come back to bite you in your ass. I promise you it's coming. Don't worry about it though. I'll wait till it happens, and then I'll get online and laugh at y'all crying. Let's move on. Okay, so then boom. Oh, and by the way, I'm glad you brought this up. Vita's daughter said my son got caught up in college by a clear girl in college. Thank God we had a lawyer monies. And this is another thing, because this would happen to my best friend. Her black son, they wanted him to go into a co-ed dorm where they were going to have clear girls. And thank God my best friend is smart enough to say, hell no. Because what we not going to do is put my child or put her, I'm not my child, but he is like my child. What we're not going to do is put her son in a situation that could really be detrimental to his entire future. Absolutely not. So all y'all with kids, go and get these co-ed dorms and all that stuff. Good luck. It's coming. Now back to Mariah Mills. Okay? Now she's on here talking about our word after somebody else said that he kidnapped them. It says in the video, she tearfully said that all victims deserve justice. Yes, all victims deserve justice. But to believe all women is the dumbest thing you've ever said, because some women lie. I want to believe all real victims. I don't want to believe all women. I know some dirty bitches. I know some real cutthroat, dirty bitches. I believe all victims, real victims. I don't believe all women. You can do that. I'm not doing that. And again, this be people with sons and husbands. Y'all let this internet teach y'all and tell y'all anything, but neither here nor there. Let me say this part. Now she over here hollering the R word for the R word, and even Tony Busby wouldn't pick it up. But what if he did? This would have been another person on trial. And because the internet used to tell y'all, or would have told y'all, that Zion Williamson is a monster, because they haven't told y'all yet. Soon as they tell y'all he a monster, this gonna be all, oh my God, he's a monster. He needs to go to jail forever. Oh my God, take away all of his money. Oh my, this be y'all. And it's not because it's true. It's only because the internet told you. See, y'all be letting that part go over y'all head when I tell y'all let the internet tell y'all what to do. I literally and figuratively mean that. You love Diddy until the internet told you not to love him no more. Let's talk about it. The people who hate him the most probably loved him the most. Ridiculous. So back to Mariah Mills. She said the victim deserves justice and she can get it one day, even though she never explicitly said what she was a victim of. Well, she might get justice eventually, but it won't be with Tony Busby because his law firm announced they will not be representing her. A member of our staff spoke to her after review. We declined to take her case. He explained to TMZ. He went on to say, we can't comment about the details or merits of her claim, he added. As you know, we are contracted by numerous people across the United States daily with grievances. We can't keep them all. Some of those we do take are resolved quietly. A number are filed and litigated, like the $640 million jury verdict we achieved after a few weeks back. Only a small few become public. Child, Busby takes on any and everything. So for him to decline Mariah says a lot. Thoughts, neighbors. Okay. Now that speaks volumes when a ambulance chasing attorney denies your case and you're going after one of the top paid basketball players in the NBA. I don't know if y'all know how big Zion Williams, money-wise, because celebrity, as soon as he got in, that nigga got fat and got hurt. But money-wise, I don't know if y'all know how straight financially Zion is. And so for Tony Busby and his team to say, I'm not taking this on, that tells me everything I need to know, which I already knew it before that. I did.
Everybody deserves a chance to be heard, and I hope me and any of the other victims, I just hope we all get justice. And the amount of bashing, humiliation, slander, and threats that I've been receiving these last 3 years have been a lot. And it's causing me a lot of stress, emotional distress, and I just hope we all can come to justice and this all can be resolved and nobody has to relive all these things ever again.
Not a tear. Not a tear. And this is Zion Williamson. Let me see something. How much was Zion Williamson's contract? $197.2 million in 2022. And Tony Busby not grabbing this? See, this is important. And I really want to talk to everybody out here. I get it. The climate that we're in today is very, very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. See, we came out of the age of Pisces. And now we're in the age of Aquarius, where all information and all knowledge that you ever needed to know is at your fingertips. But what the powers that be understand is that we need to keep them emotionally charged. We need to keep them in their brains and in their hearts and in their feelings. Okay? So that's what they do with all these trials, especially with these celebrities. They are using these celebrities to control you. Why can't you? I understand why you don't see it. Your fave is put here to control you. That's why all these trials and lawsuits and all this stuff is coming up. That's why it's so much drama. It's to keep you occupied or preoccupied while they do all the extraness. But at the end of the day, do I believe that Zion Williamson R-worded her? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I believe that Mariah Mills is a toss flipper who done been tossed every which way but loose. And now she has no value, even though she might feel like she look good. Only bum niggas who ain't never had a bitch with a BBL want her. Nobody who have any type of something want her. And I believe that right now she realized, even though this nigga was doing nasty, freaky, dirty dog stuff with me, he don't want to be with me. And she done tried and tried. This ain't the first time. This ain't the second time she exposed them. It's just that this time, now she's up the ante. There are Mariah Mills in the world. So to believe all women is very dangerous. To believe all men is very dangerous. To believe all of anybody is extremely dangerous. And it sucks for the people who are true victims, because it's not that I'm saying you got to question everything or be skeptical of everything. Only thing I'm telling you is there are people like Mariah Mills out here. There are. And if we were to just take their word at face value, we will be screwed. And we will be screwed. And yes, Lavender, and it takes away from the real victims. If we are over here coddling Cassie, then what happened to the young girl who got violated grossly and nobody knows nor care about? Think about it. You think Cassie and those folks on the witness stands are the only people who suffer from Diddy? Because they're not. What about those people? But I'm going to say the quiet part out loud, and I'm going to say the part nobody want to admit out loud. You only care about Cassie because in your mind, you think she light-skinned, but she racially ambiguous. And the internet told you to. That's it. You only care about Cassie because she light-skinned in your brain because you don't understand race. So in your mind, anybody who be around niggas with lighter complexion or white, y'all automatically call them light-skinned. The only reason why y'all rock with Cassie is because what you think she is light-skinned, and also because the internet told you to. Just like the internet told you to hate Diddy, they told you to love Cassie. And it worked flawlessly. Because I promise you, if they would have pushed this video right here through the algorithm, and the algorithm would have postured this message right here to make it seem like she's telling the truth, all y'all in the chat will be on here saying, justice for Mariah, justice for Mariah, not even realizing you're only saying that because the internet told you to. You see what I'm saying? Congratulations, my girl. She says, wait, I have to tell y'all yesterday, I passed the LSW exam. Your girl is officially a licensed social worker. Congratulations. I'm so happy and proud of you. Thank you so much for your service and your new service that you about to, because we need them. We need them. Only thing I can ask of you, and you don't know me, girl. So who am I? Just keep your integrity. That's all. Hey, my daughter's going into the medical field, and I told her the same thing. Hold on to your integrity. I promise you. If you let go of your integrity, you will be screwed. And I don't mean financially, because you'll probably do well in the job. But I mean as far as like your life. Only thing I would ask, anybody going into any type of field that deals with the people, just keep your integrity. That's all I can ask. But congratulations. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much. Congratulations. That's dope. Now we got to move on. I don't believe Mariah Mills. I don't believe nothing about her. She's a throwaway flipper that can't get her way. All right, this is the last thing. You know the judge hate Lil Durk, right? Is it Young Durk or Lil Durk? What's his name? Durk? Is it Young? Do we have something in front of it? I can't remember. Either way. So Durk went up for another bond. And the judge told him, baby, 4.5 million is not enough. Let's get into it. It says, judge says that he's not convinced by evidence against Lil Durk, but bond still isn't enough for a release. It says during a recent bail hearing, the judge said he wasn't convinced that the evidence presented in Lil Durk's case, but also felt that the $4.5 million bond offer wasn't enough to justify release. A final decision hasn't been made yet as both sides continue to present arguments. So now we in a time where a $4.5 million bond, the judge looking at you saying, yeah, that's not enough. I don't mean 10% of the 4.5 million like we be paying. I'm talking about the 4.5 million. The judge said, while I think that the evidence is weak, I still don't think that that's enough money to let you out of jail. That's insane. Lord Durk, you got some good news and bad news. Good news is the judge looking at the evidence saying that you might not be guilty. But the bad news is he's saying, but you're going to stay your ass right there. Okay? We'll see, y'all. Don't keep Durk in your prayers. Just keep them in your heart. Not the prayers, though. Not tonight. Let's move on. Not tonight. We got bigger fish to fry. We can't be worried about no damn Durk. We can't be worried about that and him getting out. Girl, that's the last thing we got to be worried about. We got bigger fish to fry. We need to be praying for Junior. That's the only prayers we need to be clogging up. Junior, not Durk. Ain't nobody worry about no Durk. All right. Hold on. Oh, and there's another good news he got. There's another good news Durk got. There's some more good news. Good news. Okay. So according to this, it says governments announced it will not seek the death penalty against Lil Durk. So there you go. They're not even going to give him the death penalty. Look at God. Plaintiff, United States of America, by and through its counsel of record, the United States Attorney for the Central District of California, and Assistant the United States Attorney Ian V. Yanello, whatever. It says District of California not to seek the death penalty as to all death eligible defendant charges herein. So they're not going to give him the death penalty, okay? They better call Trump. He the only one signing paperwork, child. Antoine Massey looking for him. Speaking of, let's get him back on here. So y'all know Antoine Massey, right? Oh, wait. No, we'll come back to her. Antoine Massey had went live. He's one of the inmates that escaped from New Orleans, and he went live from a really nice house. But I said, girl, them people gonna be done found out that house and be done went in there and got him. And that's exactly what happened. So what, they didn't get him though. That's the thing. It says authorities unable to locate Antoine Massey after reportedly raiding home where he recorded a PSA, turn yourself in. It says neighbors get into this. It looks like Antoine Massey has survived another day after the feds reportedly raided a house they believe he was staying at, but didn't find him. Yesterday, Massey posted a 10-minute long video proclaiming his innocence and explaining why he was let out of prison. I'm so glad they put that in quotations. Then he goes on to say he claimed he was wrongfully jailed and he called on President Trump to help him get his case heard. Of course, the police got a hold of the viral video and reportedly went to the New Orleans home where they believe Massey recorded the video. When they arrived, however, they did not find him. According to a source who spoke with AP News, they instead found clothes they believed to belong to Massey, which he wore in the video. Smart guy. Maybe he learned his lesson. He didn't even take the outfit with him. Going on, Antoine. As of right now, it's not clear whose house Massey recorded the video from, but y'all just ran in there. What you mean? What you mean you don't know whose house it was? Didn't you just run in there? Girl, these people lying. They know whose house that was. You don't know whose house it was, but you just ran through there. Okay, got it. Anyway, where was I? But authorities say they will continue to investigate until they find Massey. Since they did not find Massey at the home, the New Orleans Police Department said it cannot confirm the authenticity of the videos. Now remember, people were saying that whole video was AI. Allegedly. The people, listen, I'm just telling you what the boots on the ground in New Orleans talking about. I can't tell you about nothing nowhere else. My ears and my boots is on the grounds and to the streets, to the city. The people in New Orleans think that the video was AI. Okay? When they first saw it, they were like, yeah, that's giving me AI tease. Yes, Sharika, but they found the outfit. So that would mean, I don't know. But the police even saying they can't even say that it was authentic. Ooh, and I'm so glad you brought this up. Valerie said, bruh, if that's AI, this world is about to get very dangerous. Welcome to the party, Valerie. Unfortunately, you're late. They've been putting out AI videos. They've been putting that out. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure myself included. It's some videos we probably done saw that was AI and thought it was dead as real. Girl, yes, ma'am. They been doing AI videos. Why you think? I know Armand was joking. I know he was joking, but why you think Armand was saying Photoshop and AI? Even though I feel like the photo was true, but that's because those things are happening, honey. Girl, it wouldn't surprise me. Listen, we behind that Powerball. If we were about AI videos, if you don't think that they've been putting out AI videos, you too far behind, Fat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because they've been doing that for the last 20 years, but that's a whole nother story. Okay, so he left the outfit. The police went to the house and couldn't find him, okay? It said they will continue to investigate until they find Massey. It says since they did not find Massey at the home, the New Orleans Police Department said it cannot confirm the authenticity of the video. Orleans Parish Sheriff Susan Hudson called on Massey to come forward and turn himself in. Boy, you better run. Do you hear me? Nigga, put your head up to the sky, get them elbows up to the wind, and just you can even close your eyes, Antoine. Just run, nigga, run. Don't you turn yourself in Louisiana, and them crackers gonna have a great day with you. Do you hear me? They gonna tear you down to the ground, Antoine. Please don't go. I don't care. Antoine, I'm just saying. Please just don't go. I get the auntie on here crying. I get that. But baby, he done been gone too long. Do you understand what this makes Louisiana feel like? The horrible, clear people who run the judicial system in Louisiana, they are looking at this like this nigger just embarrassed me. We got to make an example out of that one. Okay? That's what's happening. So they online talking about turn yourself in, meet up with Pastor Brown, girl, Pastor Brown, and these folks. Antoine, you done did it. You done stuck your foot in some deep shit. Ain't no going back. You can't go back. You can't. You cannot. You literally cannot go back. Daron said, or Darren, if that's how you pronounce your name, said they're going to unalive him. It happens all the time. I did a whole video, or did we talk about it on the live? Well, we talked about how they unalive inmates and buried them in the back of the doggone prison. Man, you think them people going to let Antoine embarrass? Man, welcome to the party, you're late. Louisiana ain't no different from Alabama and Mississippi and Georgia. It's the same thing. I promise you. I personally would. To me, this is just me. To me, I'd rather just figure it out. I'm not this long. It's been too long. It's too much damage done. You see what I'm saying? So then it goes on to say, cooperating with law enforcement is in his best interest and may help avoid additional charges. Hudson said in an email statement, it is important that justice is served appropriately and that due process is followed. But according to the boy is saying that due process wasn't followed because y'all got me on the same charge in 2 different parishes trying to give me 2 separate life sentences. And I have affidavits showing that these charges are funk and fluky. So technically, y'all are not going through the due process, but that's the state of Louisiana for you. They never have, never will. So according to authorities, they found the house. They say it was in New Orleans, but I don't believe that. And let me tell you why. They're not going to put out where the house is because they don't want to put out too much information. I don't believe the house in New Orleans, but if it was, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But he's still on the run, y'all. Twine still on the run. Do you hear me? Woo-wee. Shout out to Twine, bro. Twine. Now, we ain't heard nothing from Derrick Groves. Have y'all heard anything from Derrick Groves? The other guy? Do Louisiana have a 3-strike law? Yes, ma'am. That's what he dealing with. So that's why he kept saying, I know what I was in the past, but I'm not that anymore. He's dealing with when the baby mama or the girl, the old lady, called 911 on him, he violated his 3rd strike. That's why they're trying to give him life. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Abundance. That's why they're trying to give him life for R-word, because most R-worders don't get life. He's violated his 3rd strike. Yes, ma'am. Shout out to Derrick. We ain't heard nothing from Derrick. Shout out to Antoine. Run, nigga. If you still in New Orleans, just jump in the water at this point. Yeah. Yeah, Dimple Pop. Dimple Pop says NOLA have parishes. Yeah, y'all real different from the rest of the country. We have counties. Yep, NOLA is his own country. Listen, New Orleans is a real country. For real, for real. Like, I get it. I know I be joking. But when you think of what constitutes, first of all states are countries. Let's start there first. But I feel like New Orleans is a different country. It's a country within a country. New Orleans is the country within Louisiana. You see what I'm saying? Because it's so different and unique in New Orleans. Granted, it's similarities all over the state, but as far as the authenticity of it, New Orleans is a different place. It's a different place, a different culture, a different language, a different food, different music. Because all the other places in Louisiana, they like that Zydeco stuff. We don't do that in the city. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, I'm so glad you said this, Thule. Thule said, ain't no place like New Orleans, Savannah, and Charleston come close. Baby, I've been to both, and you ain't lying, Thule. I love Savannah. Do you hear me? If you never been to Savannah, Georgia, go. Granted, it's small, but it's lit AF. They got the moss trees out there. You could walk and drink your liquor. They got like a little river where you could walk out there, you know what I'm saying, with your liquor, whatever. It's lit. I love Savannah. And if you want to really turn up, go to Savannah for St. Patrick's Day. You're welcome. If you really want to turn up, go to Savannah for St. Patrick's Day. You're welcome. But anyways, yes, those 2 places are very reminiscent of New Orleans. And I think it's because a lot of the same people, probably were there. But neither here nor there. Antoine Massey is still on the run. So if you're on a parlay with Antoine on them, you good, fat. You good. You good. You good. You good. Now let's get into let's get into Cardi. Do I want to get? Yeah, let's get into Cardi. So it's 2 things that's been going on with Cardi. Where do I start, child? Where do I even start? So Cardi obviously had been coming online lying to us about how many times she getting smashed by her new man and how great he is to her and how he tell her not to say nothing and not to do nothing because he's so great, even though she told us she see him twice a week or whatever the case may be. Somebody went and put side by side a photo of Wave with Stephon Diggs. Can I say to whoever did this or whoever co-signs this, you know what's crazy? It's not like this a Russell Wilson situation. Russell Wilson got with Sierra, and like most of our regular folks, when we get a stepdaddy, they take on the entire household. That means your children or my children, right? And when Russell Williams got with Sierra, Russell Williams was very active independently of Sierra. So Russ went got Lil Future, and it would go. He had him at the doggone the practices. He had him at the camps picking up balls. Like they actually spending time together. In that type of situation, if somebody Photoshop Lil Future next to Russ, although I wouldn't agree with it, I would understand, because at least Russ has stepped up and been nothing but a wonderful father, a great father to Future, even though if he had not had Russell, he would not have a father to see, you see what I'm saying, and deal with day to day like that. So Lil Future with Russell, I can see that. But y'all done Photoshop Wave with Stephon Diggs, and y'all don't even see Stephon Diggs with his own children. You've never even seen Stephon Diggs interact with that girl kids. See, the difference in men, right? And this is in case Cardi is telling him, I don't want you online with my kids. That's the only other way I'll give him a pass. Okay? But he's not even the type of guy that you see that be with his kids. So to Photoshop Wave next to him, I get why y'all did it, because people already had rumors. Remember, Act said the rumor that she was sleeping with Stephon Diggs while she was still with Offset toward the end and all that stuff. So I get it. It's just kind of like a play on like, oh, la da, nanny, boo boo. Stephon Diggs might be the actual daddy. I get that. But at the end of the day, y'all are painting a picture of fatherhood on a man who has ran from it. I have yet to see him. He has no children. I still have yet to see him with her kids. When have we seen them together with the kids at the park? Remember, I told y'all, if she want to get under his skin, have that nigga out with you and them churn, take him to the park. We don't even see him at the park. We don't even see him chilling in the house with her and the kids. Hell, quiet as is kept. We ain't never seen her in the house chilling with the kids. Hello? How often do you see Cardi on live just chilling with her kids? This is just a question. So I know good and well he ain't with the kids. You see what I'm saying? Right, unless it's the holidays. And by that time, it don't count. I don't care to see y'all in y'all pajamas and you showing us the Christmas trees. That don't count to me. You know what I mean? But I hardly never see her with her kids. And that's why Offset said what he said. He said, I'm filing for full custody because you don't never have them churn. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think Offset be with them kids neither. But what Offset know is, bitch, you too busy to be with them kids. Right. I've never even seen them in the house together, Reed. I've never even seen them in the house together. That's the craziest part. And y'all go Photoshop the kid with Stephon Diggs to drive Offset. Got it. Okay. Where's the new baby? Child. The baby might be AI at this point. I don't know. It says Offset deletes social media after viral post matches his son braids with Cardi B new man. Blogged by Think Tank. It says Offset has officially logged off. The rapper abruptly deactivated both his Instagram and X accounts for a viral tweet compared his son wave braids to the hairstyle of Cardi B's new boyfriend, NFL star Stephon Diggs. The post features side-by-side photos of Waves and Diggs rocking nearly identical braids, and social media quickly lit up with jokes and commentary. The comparison clearly didn't sit well with Offset, who fired off 2 heated tweets before going silent online. Now, when somebody, according to Offset, this is what he said. Now, when somebody died for playing with my son, then called me crash out, he tweeted. Then minutes later, he added, I don't care how I look, trolling with my kids ends bad. Both messages were soon deleted along with his profiles. Offset's digital exit comes just days after Cardi B went public with her relationship with Stephon Diggs, posting romantic yacht photos and a video showing a room. To read the rest, log on to balleralert.com. Let me say this. It's a lot of people. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. And if Cardi found out that this was somebody from Barty Gang who did this, she gon' cuss y'all out. And to be completely honest, if you are a part of Barty Gang and you did this, you're not helping her, you're hurting her. Because they still have to go through a divorce. So now what you're doing is giving him, Offset, ammo to use against her in court. Oh, I believe that the second child may not be mine, even if he don't really believe it. You're hurting your girl. You're not making things better for her. See, but this is the mindset of some people. So busy, so quick to just, you know what I'm saying, want to get back. You don't even realize how you really screwing the people over. Because now you done Photoshop wave next to this boy, to Stephon Diggs. All Offset got to do is pull up the video. DJ Academic's big fat ass got on here and said that rumors had been swirling and he had inside information that Cardi was sleeping with Stephon Diggs while y'all were still together. Offset, all you got to do is go pull that up. Bring this photo to the doggone courthouse, and he already asking for spousal support. Barty Gang, this is why she cursed y'all out. I understand. And you know why I know this got to be Barty Gang? Because the Barbs don't have a dog in the fight. They don't care. They don't want anything to make her look good. And no other fan base really give a damn that much. So I noticed somebody from Barty Gang. And this is why she cursed y'all out. Y'all do crazy things. You don't even realize all this trolling. But this is her fault too. Cardi, this your fault too. Let me tell you why. Because everything you do is for the internet. Every crash out you have, bitch, have you ever had a crash out in private? Have you ever decided to close the door and just scream into the pillow? Bitch, does everything have to go live? This is the question. Because at this point, the reason why your fan base does this to you is because you put this out there for them. Nicki don't put out no relationship issues she got with her nigga. Rihanna don't put no relationship, and you think they ain't got no issues? Hell yeah, they do. Rihanna ain't putting out none of these Taylor Swift, none of these girls put their relationship shit online for people to have say so in it. So you're giving them the say so, causing them to do this. But this does not work in your favor. Actually, this works literally against you. Because if I'm Offset and he dirty, like I can be dirty, bitch, I'm taking this photo and that clip from DJ Academics, and I'm gonna probably scrub up some text message that I felt like was very, very suspect around that time. And bitch, I'm presenting it to the judge. Not only do I want full custody, bitch, I want spousal support and child support. And bitch, I need therapy. I want you to pay for that too. Even though Offset been the one cheating the whole time. You're not helping her. And then to Photoshop a kid with a nigga who you never see with a kid, I don't get that. He's not a father figure. He's not. He's an asshole from what I've seen. Stephon Diggs is not a father figure. But most bitches who think like that don't care about a father figure for their kids. All they care about is having a nigga laid up under them. That's why the kids be falling by the wayside. So yeah, it's a lot of women who think like this. Oh, I just want to get back at the nigga. F the kid. I just want to get back at the nigga. So that's why this type of thought process is appropriate. Because F the kid. I just want to get back at the nigga. You get it? Oh no, Ace. Then he came back and said it was Stephon Diggs. So yes, Act did say that it was a football player. Yes, he did. But when it came out that she was messing with Stephon Diggs through team Sorry, y'all. I don't know why this computer presses mute. I don't know why this computer presses mute, but it did. But either way, I'm saying, what did I say? I just don't think that this works out in her favor. I really don't. I think that basically this is going to come back to bite her in litigation with her divorce, because you know what I mean? Divorces are, like a business venture gone wrong. So yeah, we'll see. But anyway, whoever did that, y'all wrong for that. Whoever did that, y'all wrong for that. And find a better father figure if you're going to Photoshop a nigga next to the child. At least find a nigga who care about kids and love kids and always around kids. Like I said, if it was Russell Wilson, I could see it because he always with Lil Future. But girl, you barely see Cardi with them churn, so you don't see him. Let's move on. Now I want to move on to Elon and Trump. Girl, what's tea? Why they beefing? Why is Elon and Trump beefing? What's going on? I thought they was friends. Well, apparently they fell out. So Trump and Elon was good friends. Remember, they ran together and all that stuff. If this is true, if heavy on the if this is true, because we don't know, if this is true, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. If this is true, then I think that Donald Trump was trying to set him up to use him. Okay. I think that because this is what I thought initially, when I first saw Trump linking up with Elon, I was like, what the fuck he doing linking up with this alien? You know what I'm saying? But then it dawned on me, because I caught on at the very beginning of the election when they first started. I said, oh, he trying to get a platform to have his back. Because remember, Donald Trump was kicked out of Facebook, never to return. Instagram, never to return. He was off of Twitter when it was Twitter, but then Elon bought it and named it X, and then gave him his Twitter back. Okay. So now Trump was able to utilize Twitter for his campaign. Not only that, having an entire platform that you can utilize to your best advantage, literally, as we can see, is a shoo-in for winning the election. Okay. So that, in my opinion, is what I thought what was happening. I thought he gonna use them, get what he could get out of them, and then discard them. Because I never understood why some African American who's clear, who fell out of the sky, because don't nobody really know the cracker. I never understood why he was so involved in American politics from the beginning. You just got here. But again, this is all speculation. I could be wrong. Okay? So now Elon has been very vocal about some of the stuff that Trump has been doing. And he's been unapologetic as well, because I think he stepped down at first. He stepped down at first and said that, he's not going to be the person in charge of whatever it was he was in charge of. He said he's just going to leave it up, to whatever. And then now every time you turn around, he got something to say about Trump. But this is clear on clear crime. I need all Negroes to mind your business, get you a box of popcorn, something to drink, eat, and sit back and watch the show. We do not involve ourselves in clear on clear crime. Who are we? We are not the people to involve ourselves in clear on clear crime, okay? So what we'll do, just like they did when they stormed the Capitol, what we're going to do is we're just going to sit back and watch the show. Okay? Now, so Elon had came out, and now he has something to say about a bill that Trump had signed. And let me say this. Remember, Elon wanted to bring all of the clear Afrikaners, the clear people who went over to Africa and tried to take them folks' land. Elon wanted all them people to come over to America, but only a handful came. You see what I'm saying? Only a handful of them came. See, if you ask me, just like Scam, I feel like what they were doing is trying to make a way for their people to come in. You see what I'm saying? Because Black Americans don't realize how they're giving away your home to all these other people, because you don't even know that this is your home. So all these refugees, all this stuff, you are giving more to them than you even give to each other and to yourselves. Because you don't realize that when all these foreigners come in and when all these people come in and when somebody say, I want these group of people and another person, this affects you in your home. They're taking from you to give to them. That's what's happening. So now Elon is on here dragging for Trump, talking about bills and stuff that he done signed. But the fact of the matter is he may feel some type of way. Who knows? Maybe it was a reason only a handful of the Afrikaners came over here. Maybe Trump said, hell no, I ain't letting all of them come over here. Give about 20 of them. Maybe Trump said, nah, we're not taking all of them. We do about 50. And maybe Elon was like, what you mean? And he like, nigga, we not about to have all these clear Afrikaners. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get the clear Hispanics out of here. This is just speculation. But maybe he like, nah, we'll take about 50 of them. Who knows? That could have been the source of the fallout. Who knows? Right. Trump don't like foreigners. Even though he is a foreigner. Trump don't like foreigners. If it was up to Trump would kick out every single foreigner that had came here within the last 20 years, and we would just build with what we've been having all this whole time. I'm just saying. Hampton's finest say he keep marrying immigrants. He's a billionaire. He could do what he want. You don't live by rules when you got all that kind of money. So yeah, you can marry the immigrant, and then when you done with her, pluck her ass back over to Afghanistan or wherever you got her from. You see what I'm saying? Because you got money. I say the last 50 years too, Abundance. I say the last 50 years too. I do too. But I ain't gonna lie though, I think that could have been the source of a fallout. And then obviously I think that Trump just used him to get what he wanted. And I said this before. I believe that Trump was gonna basically kick Elon to the curb once he got what he wanted. Now, this is all speculation. I don't know this to be true, but at the end of the day, that's what it's given to me. It says Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill consisted of tax breaks and spending cuts on X Tuesday. And it says Elon Musk further criticized President Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. I'm sorry, but I can't just stand it anymore. Musk wrote, the massive, outrageous pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. If you know you did wrong, you know you did wrong. You know it. Musk went further, calling for action against Republicans. In November next year, we fire all politicians who betrayed the American people, he added. Hey. The tech billionaire, who's previously spearheaded cost reduction initiatives at the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, expressed similar concerns during a CBS interview. He stated that the bill undermines the progress his team had achieved in reducing government spending. The bill narrowly passed the House in late May with a vote of 215 to 214, mostly along party lines. While most Republicans supported it, Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky and Warren Davidson of Ohio opposed the measure, arguing that it didn't cut enough spending and would increase national debt. Let me see what this bill is. Let me pull it up on here because I hadn't even been paying attention to the actual bill. What's the name of it? The Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. Let me see what this is. Let me see what this entails. I kind of got off of politics and I don't follow it hard, but I should probably be checking into this and see what they arguing about versus just giving my opinion. So let's see what the big, beautiful bill is about. Okay. Ooh, this is what we got so far. This is what we got so far. And this will make sense why this is an issue. This would make sense why it's an issue. Hold on. So, according to this, it's saying, according to this person, Trump's big, beautiful bill has a provision that bans all 50 states from regulating the federal government use of AI for 10 years. If this bill passes, all 50 states will be stripped of their ability to protect their own citizens from federal surveillance using AI. Let's read, because maybe I read the first sentence wrong. Subsection C, that no state or political subdivision may enforce any law or regulation regulating artificial intelligence models, artificial intelligence systems, and automated division systems during the 10-year period beginning on the date of enactment of this act. So it sounds like they're saying that the government won't be able to use AI. Section B states that the Secretary of Commerce shall use the funds to support the replacement and modernization of legacy business systems with the state-of-the-art commercial, artificial intelligence system and automated decision system. The adopted and artificial intelligence models that increase, operational efficiency and service delivery and improves the cybersecurity posture of federal information technology systems through modernized architecture, automated something that I can't see, detection, and an integrated artificial intelligence solution. Subsection C states that no state or political subdivision may enforce any law or regulation regulating artificial intelligent models, artificial intelligence systems and automated systems, decision system during the 10. So it sounds like what they're saying is you can't, so the government will be able to use AI at its will, and there's nothing that you can do about it. That's what it sounds like they're saying. And Trump just signed the bill for the next 10 years that the people can't interfere with AI. Now, remember, we already know they got AI videos out here, right? So if you can't do nothing with it or combat it, that's probably going to be a problem. He wants no states to have a say about their state. That's just one part of the bill. That's what it sounds like to me. But the thing is just like Trump on a federal level can only do federal things. The people inside the state are who run it. You just don't know it. Like, Trump can only do so much, and it's very little. Because I told y'all earlier, each state is a country, right? Each state is a country. Each country has its own president, right? Or governor. Each state has its own governor/president. And that person is the end all be all, typically, to what happens typically inside the state or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. We'll have to watch this. But but my thing with Elon is, why would he be upset with this? I thought Elon was pro AI, unless Elon is the one who's been messing with the government's AI and he has an issue with it from that. Who knows? Let's get back into it. Hold on. Because I had to go see what this was, child. Let me see what else we found about this big, beautiful bill. Forbids states from regulating AI for 10 years. Centralizes control at the federal level. Integrates AI systems nationwide into federal government agencies. So yeah, it sounds like he's trying to make everything under the law of the federal government. Wow. No state may enforce during the 10-year period beginning on the date of the enactment. We read that any law or regulation or of the state, of that state or political subdivision, thereof limiting, restricting, and otherwise regulating artificial intelligence models, artificial intelligence systems, or automated decisions systems entered into interstate commerce. This is some serious commie level legislation. AI desperately needs regulations to preserve human liberties. The feds haven't enacted the necessary regulation, but are stopping states from doing so. Why? I don't understand yet, because AI does need regulation. You're going to have to be able to regulate the AI. But it sounds like Trump's big, beautiful bill said, nope, you ain't going to be able to regulate a goddamn thing, okay? So then it says, Elon goes, in November of next year, we will fire all politicians who betrayed the American people. Now, he's responding to this comment. It says, who's Matt Van Swole? Okay, let me get this straight. The GOP are out there spending millions on luxury hotels in Ukraine, not voting on Doge cuts, spending 60% of their time on vacation, and not codifying executive orders. So according to Trump, I'm sorry, not Trump, Elon, he says in November next year, we fire all politicians who betrayed the American people. Then he goes on to say this immense level of overspending will drive America into debt slavery. You won't be in there. Anyways. And then he says, I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This is massive, outrageous congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. So that's what Elon had to say about. Now, I haven't done enough research on this big, beautiful bill. I think AI is the big topic. I understand how Twitter works. They take one thing that supports their narrative and then they roll that out and make it seem like that's what everything is about. So I probably have to do some more research on this big, beautiful bill situation. But the girls are fighting. Elon and his baby daddy, Trump, is fighting. And it is what it is. And I'm listen, I'm wondering what's going to happen, honey. What's going to happen during a divorce? You feel what I'm saying? It cuts Medicaid and food stamps, allegedly. Because every time he do something, they say it cut Medicaid and food stamps. I got to read it. I'll read it. 7, thank you for being a member for 12 months. Hey, Voodoo, love you always and your channel. Do you think AI will replace our jobs, education, and transportation? I'm a bit afraid for the future. Absolutely. Absolutely, it's coming. They're gonna put us all in 15-minute cities. I mean, if you're like me and you, if you're like a regular average person, we're gonna all go in 15-minute cities. And yeah, they're literally are going to replace us with AI. They already got robots doing surgeries. Did y'all know that? They already got robots doing surgeries. I know somebody had a surgery on their doggone ACL and the robot did it. Crazy work, huh? Crazy work. But I'm gonna have to read the rest of the bill to be able to know. Vita's daughter, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Boo, 6-3 was my born day in Tulum. Okay, turning up. Happy birthday, Vita's daughter. Give me 1 second. You stink. Nate Sits, thank you for the super chat. Says, did you hear about Jackie Christie? No, what happened to Jackie Christie? Send it to me. Voodoo Doll Podcast @gmail.com. I would love to know. Vita's daughter, thank you for the super chat. It's real. My son case was 30K. Clears are in work. Oh, you must be talking about how we be doing with them boys. Yeah. People don't want to believe it though, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But let's move on. I don't know what's going on with Elon and Trump. I'm gonna have to look into that bill, and then we'll come back and have more of an intelligent conversation. Wait, you ready for yourself with those people? Let me go see what's going on with Jackie Christie. Girl, what is going on? Jackie, what did you do? What happened? I don't see nothing. Send it to me at Voodoo Doll Podcast @gmail.com. And I haven't watched the episode yet. So if it's something to do with the episode, that's probably why I don't know. No court cases have been found regarding the rumor about Jackie Christie and Chris Webber. The claim appears to stem from speculative YouTube videos and social media posts, but no credible sources. Oh, Lord. Oh, they trying to say her baby ain't for Doug. Girl, them churn 40 years old, girl. At this point, that's Doug baby. I ain't digging into that. That's that gossip crap. I ain't digging into that. Girl, Jackie Churn is 40 and 50 years old. If they ain't for Doug, they still for Doug. Do you hear me? Girl, y'all, listen, this only work for people who just had their babies. This don't work when they got grandbabies. You feel what I'm saying? Girl, Doug, them churn 35 and 40 and 50 years old. That's his churn. They do look like Doug, except the oldest one, but that's not his child. That makes sense. Child. Anyways, now let's move on. I want to get into a bit of this Diddy trial. Y'all remember I told y'all about the lady who had the outburst in court and they had to drag her out of the courtroom? Y'all remember that? she did an interview. And let me say this. It's getting very messy with the whole bloggers at the thing. Tisa Tales beefing with the not beefing with Tisa Tales and Gene Deal. And then who else? Armand just passing by, getting cursed out by random weird bitches. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot going on down at the courthouse. I would just hope that this isn't the norm. And I would just hope that we're capable of conducting ourselves in professional manners. While we out here representing, the blogs. I would just hope that we conduct ourselves in a professional manner. I can only hope that we conduct ourselves in a professional manner. Now, Diddy trial day, I don't know. It don't really matter. Today on the stand, they got the boy. He's an expert witness to talk about the video of Cassie getting her ass whipped. They trying to say it was Photoshop and AI or it was edited. Diddy's team is trying to prove that the video was edited. The expert witness on here saying that the video was actually a 30-second video or a 30-minute video, but it was compressed. It was a bunch. It's boring. Okay? Don't get me wrong. For a split second yesterday, I was like, I probably should have went to New York. But then right after that, I was like, girl, you don't care. I ain't gonna. For a split second, I was like, man, I probably should have pulled up to New York for about a week or two. Then I thought about it. I was like, girl, you don't care. To be completely honest, quiet as it's kept. And this for any other blogger, you can take this idea too. You should go out there and report on the YouTubers getting into it. Because that's what it looked like I need to do. It looked like I need to get my iPad, my phone, and set up my tripod and just sit outside of the courthouse and wait for them to come out and get into it. Because that's tea right there. Girl, listen, Diddy's trial is tea, and then the YouTube drama around Diddy's trial is tea within itself. If you're another if you're another content creator on here and you have it and you can or you live near New York, if you up and coming and you want to listen, I'm about to get y'all a tea and I don't know who on here, but if you up and coming and you want to get monetized or you want to get your first viral, jump on it. Listen to me. Get me up here because I'm trying to help y'all niggas out. Okay? Okay, listen to me. Listen. Now is the time. If you a new YouTuber, a new blogger, or let's say you just got monetized and you don't have a whole lot of people, go follow that drama. Now, don't get me wrong. It's going to make you viral. Now, let me say this. Once you go viral, if you don't have nothing to give to the people after that, you're okay. So I wouldn't recommend you trying to go viral unless you got something after that to give to the people. Okay. But people could literally just do content on the content creators. People could. I'm just saying. Or another way to go viral too, just go live during the trial and just read the transcripts. That's another way too. But anyway, neither here nor there. I'm just giving y'all the game. Anybody on here who's a YouTuber, want to be a YouTuber, now is the time, girl. Jump in. It's like double dutch. You know, when you finally get, you know how you like this outside the rope and you just waiting. You feel what I'm saying? Who played double dutch? Y'all know how when they be turning and you be on the side like this, waiting to come in. It's time, bitch. Come in. I'm telling you now. But anyway, it's a lot of drama going on at the trial. And like I said, the content creators is drama within itself. Okay. So then This lady was dragged out of the courtroom and told the security guards, y'all go ahead on and pull your guns out, nigga. Whoop de whoop. I said, oh, now mind you, she had been yelling out that it's messed up that people was playing with Diddy's livelihood because this is a black man. Now she's a weirdo, you know what I'm saying? And they say allegedly, they said Diddy kind of was like, now he ain't do that, like respect. But they say he kind of looked at her like, thank you. Okay. Now, this lady was interviewed. This is a separate lady who was cursing out Armand. Okay. It says the woman who interrupted Diddy's sex trafficking trial this week is speaking out even more. And she's standing on every single word she said in that tense courtroom moment. In an exclusive follow-up interview with BBC, she says, Diddy, everyone thinks this is a joke. Everyone laughs in every courtroom here and at you. She's reiterated, I don't think it's funny for people to laugh at a black man going through what he's going through right now. It's not funny laughing at a black man's legacy. He be destroyed. She told the outlet, repeating her courtroom statement. Let's get into her interview and what she had to say. I'm telling you, the drama around the trial is content within itself. I promise you.
Diddy, everyone thinks this is a joke. Everyone laughs in every courtroom in here at you. And I don't think it's funny for people to laugh at a black man going through what he's going through right now.
And that's what you shouted out in the actual courtroom.
In the actual courtroom, and it's not funny. Laughing at black man legacy being destroyed.
How did Diddy react?
Well, I heard he had his mouth open and shaking his head, yeah. And black American men do not believe in Diddy. Everyone thinks this is a joke. Everyone laughs in every courtroom in here at you. And I don't think it's funny for people to laugh at a black man going through what he's going through right now.
And that's what you shouted out in the actual courtroom.
In the actual courtroom, and it's not funny. Laughing at black man legacy being
all right. So
destroyed.
Now this is the woman, and this is her interview where she speaks about how she felt like, you know, this is still a black man and these folks is laughing at you and this is not cool. So that's her response to being kicked out of the courtroom and dragged out. All types of stuff went down at this doggone thing, girl. It's a lot going on. Yeah, I don't know. Now, I also want to show you guys this. Hold on one second. Y'all can we like the video? It's only like 500 likes on here. Not even 500. And we got more people than that in the chat. Can y'all like the video, please? It's free and it won't cost you nothing. I won't ask you for nothing if you just like the video. What you think? All right, let's get into some other stuff that I found about the case, all right? So, this says Diddy and his right hand, Christina Coram, blew up hotel security guard's phone begging for Cassie's assault footage. He said it would ruin his career, allegedly off of $50K. Now let's get into this footage because this is what the expert witnesses on the stand talking about today. So there's an expert witness who's charging $295 an hour to tell us that he can eye a video and tell when it's been edited. Okay. Now, according to the man, he said the video was edited, but not manually. Basically, what he's trying to say is inadvertently, like when you do certain things, it might shave off a second or two. Okay. Now, this videotape in question, this is the video where he was beating Cassie in the hotel. One thing stuck out about this video in people's commentary, or at least the commentary of the guy when he spoke about this, he said it seemed that when Cassie let go of the bag, and I'm paraphrasing, he said it seemed like Diddy stopped once he was able to grab hold of the bag. Now let's rewind. Y'all remember when Lamisha Fuller, is that her name? The girl who came on here and lied and said she was the girl on the table during the freak offs. Y'all remember that? So she said, and I believe this when she said it. And listen, let me also say this too. Between Lamisha and that other girl who was over there saying, what she was saying? Mother on a beat, hoe, whatever, her. They had some truth in some of the stuff that they were saying. It was all cap. It was all a bunch of lies. But somebody fed them something. Somebody fed them something. Because Lamisha said that Diddy wasn't fighting Cassie because he wanted her to stay. That allegedly Lamisha Fuller said he was fighting her because she took his bag. Now, even the guy who's doing this doggone expert witnesses, even he said, yeah, it looks like once he got a hold of the bag is when he left her alone. I just want to add that in. So now we're on to this doggone footage, and I guess this is where they're trying to go into the RICO because Diddy paid money for the footage. I don't know. It says new testimony from Intercontinental Hotel security guard Eddie Garcia reveals Diddy and his longtime right hand KK, Christina Coram, repeatedly called his personal phone begging for access to surveillance video of Diddy's alleged assaulting. Could you imagine being a security guard? Bitch, I quit. Could you imagine being on shift? Bitch? You just watching the cameras, bitch, trying not to fall asleep. And all of a sudden, bitch, you see Diddy beating the fuck out of Cassie. Bitch, I quit. I'm not never coming back. What you mean? Girl, I'm about to make more money than all y'all. I'm out. I'm never coming back. You will never see me clock in this place again. Okay? Because I'm about to get to this coin. Okay? Girl, could you imagine being security and you just watching the tape and Diddy beating the fuck out of Cassie? Oh, bitch, I'm clocking out expeditiously, bitch. When I tell you the moment the tape stopped is when I'm clocking out. Child, please. Because I already know I'm setting stuff up. Garcia said Coram initially called asking for the footage, claiming Diddy had been intoxicated and couldn't remember what happened. She later showed up at the hotel and handed the phone to Diddy, who allegedly asked, "Do you know who I am?" and said if the video get out, it would ruin his career. Garcia says Diddy told him he'd take care of him if he'd help him, and when he reported it to his supervisor, Bill Madrano allegedly told him the video could be given up for $50, which Garcia took to mean $50,000. So, bitch, the security guard dummy went to the manager. The security guard went to the manager like a duck, and the manager was like, yeah, for 50. Why would you go to the manager? Now you got to pay him a cut. Think about it. Girl, the manager, girl, please. girl, manager. The fuck I'm going to talk to him for? What we need to talk about? I quit. What you mean? I quit. And I'm taking a video. I'm done. I quit. No, what you mean? Oh, we can give it to him for 50. What you mean we? This is my tape, nigga. See? This why you don't do dirt with other people and you don't bring other people in your stuff. Now you got to split the 50. Right, Layla? Girl, 50,000. Girl, I'm about to quit my job. Hey, bro, how bad you want the tape? Yeah, because I quit my job the day y'all had that fight. So how bad you want the tape? How bad you want the tape? Because I already quit. From the night I saw y'all fighting, I already quit. How bad do you want the tape? Now, mind you, the reason why they're arguing the validity of the tape and AI and editing and all that stuff is because what the defense is trying to prove is that Diddy is not the monster y'all making him out to be. That basically that they were fighting, but it was times in between where Cassie was swinging back. It was also times in between where basically he wasn't hitting her. But according to what CNN put out, they gave you nonstop beatings of Diddy on Cassie. And let me tell you why this is scary and this is very dangerous. Because y'all might look at it like, who cares? It's just a second here, it's just a second there. Sometimes that literally reshapes the entirety. You get it? The entirety of the video, of what you get from the video. Okay? So that's why I'm thinking the defense is trying to get this expert dude up out of here because they like, bro, at the end of the day, they edited it. You feel what I'm saying? So it goes on to say Garcia testified. So now he got to split the 50K with his manager like a duck. Garcia testified that Diddy kept referring to him as Eddie, my angel. Angel? Nigga, do I look like an angel for 50,000? Nigga, would you offer Saint Gabriel 50,000? Now I'm your angel, but you only want to give me 50,000. Nigga, in today's society, even back then, nigga, I'll be up out of that in 30 days. 50,000? Okay, girl. 50,000, nigga, please. And you gotta split it, child, please. It goes on to say he also admitted, no, I'm sorry. No, now he calling the guy Eddie my angel and later wishing him happy Easter. He also admitted he once reached out to Diddy on Instagram years later looking for work in LA, but never heard back. And I'd have said, you know what? See, when I'd have hit that nigga up, since you want to say happy Easter and I'm your angel. See, when I'd have hit you up looking for work and you didn't respond, bitch, I'd have sent you a screenshot of that video. I ain't gonna lie. Bitch, you think I ain't keep a copy? Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, that's the problem. You thought I didn't keep a copy. Got it. Hey, you want to see a nigga call you back fast? Send that screenshot. Okay? Girl, please. I would have hit that nigga up. Hey, just checking on you, seeing how everything is going. Wondering if you got any work in LA. And I'd have had my watch going, bitch. He got 30 seconds. Yeah, nigga, I need my response in 30 seconds. Oh, you not responding back? Bet. I wouldn't have said nothing but the screenshot. And been like, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm getting my money. Nigga, I done quit my job. What you mean? I'm getting my money. I'm getting my money. I done already quit. I've already quit. I need my money now. Like, what we on? But I'm your angel. And you want me to split 50K with a nigga who wasn't even over there shooting with me in the gym? The manager nigga probably wasn't even on the floor. He probably was out back talking to his old lady on the phone trying not to get kicked out. Now I got to spend 50K with the manager nigga who wasn't with me shooting in the gym. And you want to call me your angel? And you want to tell me happy Easter? Screenshot. Screenshot. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm just saying, that's just me. I'm cutthroat like that though. Anyways, because see, the screenshot would tell Diddy, even though I sold you the tape, bitch, I still got more copies. What's up? And if you keep playing with me and ignoring me and not responding back to me in a timely fashion, I might just have to drop this on Twitter right quick. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into it. It says, AUSA, why was law enforcement not called? Garcia, Miss Ventura did not request it. AUSA, did you receive the incident report? Garcia, yes. There was an attachment that I didn't open on the computer, a video file. AUSA, did you receive a call? Garcia, yes. AUSA, from who? Garcia, Christina Coram, with a New York area code. She asked if I had the video. AUSA, what did she ask for? Garcia, the video. She said Mr. Combs had been intoxicated and didn't remember exactly. And then Combs still said objection. So Combs' attorney, Diddy's attorney, objected, right? Then AUSA said, Dave back, it says, what did you tell Miss Coram? Garcia, that she would have to talk to management. AUSA, did she reach out again? Garcia, yes. I got a call from the lobby that she was there looking for me. AUSA, what did she ask for? Garcia, the video. AUSA, how did you respond? Garcia, that she had to talk to management or file a subpoena. AUSA, did you tell her what you saw on the video? Garcia, yes, I told her off the record it's bad. AUSA, did you get another call? Garcia, yes, from a New York area code. Garcia, it was Miss Coram. She put someone else on the phone. AUSA, who? Garcia, Mr. Combs. He asked, do you know who I am? AUSA, what did you say? Garcia, I said yes. He asked for the video, said he had been intoxicated. I told him I can't give the video. AUSA, how did he sound? Garcia, he was talking fast and stuttering. He sounded nervous. AUSA, did you email management? Garcia, yes. Nigga, you emailed the manager? Let's move on. AUSA, bring up GX7R149. What is that? Garcia, the email I sent Combs team objection, judge overruled. AUSA, who was your supervisor? Garcia, Bill Madrano. He told me he would do it for 50. AUSA, what did you think that meant? Garcia, he'd give the video for $50,000. AUSA, what did you do? Garcia, call Christina, who put Mr. Combs on. He called me Eddie, my angel. AUSA, did you hear from Mr. Combs again? Garcia, yes, he called and told me Happy Easter if I ever needed anything. AUSA, did you reach out to him later? Garcia, a few years later via Instagram asking if there was work in LA. I never heard back. So even the guy, the security dude who really was trying to stay out the way, even he didn't give a damn about him, about Diddy bopping Cassie all up and down the hall. Even he was looking for a job. That's because everybody got their own agendas. The fact that he had enough integrity to go to his manager about the tape, but not enough integrity, you see what I'm saying? But not enough integrity to not ask him for future work tells me that the security ain't. But this is the facts. The facts are these. Most people don't give a fuck. See, y'all living on this internet thinking like this is real. Most people don't give a fuck about other people. Light-skinned, dark-skinned, racially ambiguous, rich, poor. Most people don't care. So even the security guard dude was looking for work after he said he saw the video and told KK, I ain't gonna lie, it's bad. But even he hit up Diddy. What's up? Looking for some work. Everybody is in on this situation in some way, shape, or form. Period, point blank. But to me, honestly, they said the security dude is a boring witness. I don't know. But to be completely honest, y'all, I don't know how this is going to work. If Diddy's going to be found guilty, I can't really say. But at the end of the day, it's not, in my opinion, but then again, it's different because I'm not a part of law. And, they make up the rules as they go. But from what I'm seeing, I'm still not seeing the RICO. I'm seeing peaks of a RICO, like, oh, he bought the tape, type stuff or whatever, But I'm not seeing, maybe my mind is on the RICO, like the drug RICO. Maybe that's what it is. Hold on. For 17 years. All right. I'm sorry. Now I want to show you guys this. So, sorry, y'all. All right. According to this, it says the prosecution calls its next witness, Sylvia Oken. Now, this must be somebody today. Oken has been an employee at the Beverly Hills Hotel for 17 years as the director of sales and marketing. Can I also make sense of this? Or can we make sense of this? Diddy did everything at the Intercontinental Hotel. You don't think Diddy know the owner? You don't think them folks knew what Diddy was up there doing in their rooms? But money talks and bullshit walks. The nigga was at the same hotel for all the freak-offs when he was in New York. You don't think, man, watch out. Anyway, moving on. It goes on to say the 14th day of Diddy's trial ended with Sylvia Oken, an employee at the Beverly Hills Hotel for 17 years as a director of sales and marketing, being called to the stand. She testified that the mogul booked rooms at that hotel under an alias, and records show that Cassie was listed as an occupying guest or accompanying guest. Oken spoke on charges for damage that was caused to their rooms during his stay. So now Oken is going to talk about the damages. Now remember, Cassie was under the moniker. She had two different aliases that she used. I can't remember. Veronica, I can't remember. And then Diddy had two monikers and two aliases that he used, Frank White and Frank Black. Now Frank White, I remember from Kings of New York. I love that movie, by the way. It's an old movie from the 90s or maybe the 80s. But King of New York, that's with that clear man with the pretty eyes. He sung, oh man, he ain't sing nothing. I've seen Christopher Walken, that's his name. So Frank White, I'm assuming that that's where he got the name from. I watched somebody else's channel, was like, nah, Big used to call himself Frank White as well. And I say, oh yeah, he sure did. You feel what I'm saying? And maybe Big got the name from the movie King of New York. If you never seen that movie, King of New York, go watch it. It's super dope. It's super, super dope. But anyway, so they both had these monikers and these aliases that they use, but they will go up here and damage these rooms down to the ground. Do you hear me? Down to the ground. And nobody's going to make me believe that Diddy didn't have an inside track on that manager or owner. Because being somebody who worked in hospitality for 10 plus years, when you get high end guests like a Diddy, that nigga could call the manager or the owner at home and say, hey, I need a room. They knew exactly what Diddy was coming to the Intercontinental Hotel to do. They knew exactly of the damages that Diddy was going to do. But money talks and bullshit walks, okay? So all it is, oh, let me get at the security. Maybe he got at the security because maybe that's something the owner or the manager wouldn't know, obviously, because they're not there every day. So maybe he decided to cut through them and get straight to the security guards. Or whatever the case may be. I ain't gonna lie, I would have went through the owner or the manager, because at least you can dictate to them what you want them to do because they work for you and they're afraid to lose their jobs. But neither here nor there. Let's get into what's been going on these doggone freak-offs at the Intercontinental. Oken testified Diddy booked rooms at the Beverly Hills Hotel under an alias, but a bad boy employee used his American Express card to pay for them. The prosecution showed the jury a hotel record that showed Cassie was listed as an accompanying guest on a hotel reservation. The jury also saw 2 bills for Diddy hotel stays, one of which listed for a charge of $500 for oil damage. Another bill included a $300 charge for cleaning drapes and a fee for picking up 5 candles, a fee for picking up 5 candles for Diddy? Must be some good ass candles. Must be the Grand Dame candles. Before Oken left the stand, the defense briefly cross-examined her. Defense, the accompanying guest was Cassie Ventura. Is there another? Oh, no, they don't. So basically, Cassie Ventura, Oken, yes. Defense, nothing more. So basically what this person was able to prove that he does frequent the Intercontinental Hotel, and yes, there was damages there that we had to clean up and he paid for, but we already knew that. That has already been brought to the forefront. Okay? We didn't need her or him or whoever this is to come on here and tell us that Diddy damaged the rooms. We got that information through the assistants. And could you imagine what the room was like when the doggone, before the housekeepers got there? If it was bad when the housekeepers got there, could you imagine? But this is the problem with Diddy, though. This is the problem with Diddy. And maybe it wasn't smart, but because I personally would have just found some land or something and built me a house. You feel what I'm saying? In the middle of nowhere and had my freak offs over there. I'm not going to no hotel room. That way, if we tear this bitch down, oh well. You see what I'm saying? But maybe for convenience. I don't know. Maybe for convenience, he might have felt like, well, at least I ain't got to worry about this. I ain't got to worry about that. I could just pull up whoop the whoop. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna hold you. I think that this whole entire case is a bunch of malarkey. I think that Diddy is a monster and evil, but I think that every single person around him is just as evil and just as much of a monster. That's all the ones from the past and even up to now. Matter of fact, I watched Kwame Brown video. Shout out to Kwame Brown. He did a video of Mark Curry boasting about how they used to drug the girls with putting the liquor, putting the stuff in the bottles. There are more accomplices with Diddy than victims. Don't let that go over your head. There are way more accomplices than victims. And yes, a victim can be an accomplice and an accomplice can be a victim. But at the end of the day, everybody benefits from the diddler. And they did. And most of them got on here and told you that if Diddy asked him back today, even with all the damning testimony of how he did Cassie, guess where they gonna be? Right back there. How much of a monster is he really? And if he is that much of a monster, is it the fact that you are a monster too? That's why you don't mind working for him? You gotta be a monster. Takes one to know one, right? You gotta be just as evil as him to still work under that nigga and not give a damn about what he doing to other people around him. And that's for everybody. Everybody. If that nigga Diddy is a monster, all them niggas around them was a monster. All of them. And no, nobody gets a pass. Listen, these are the facts. Nobody was held hostage, not even Cassie. And I don't want us to talk about that video from the hotel because we don't know if he was kicking her ass to bring her back to the room or if he was kicking her ass for the bag or if he was kicking her ass because it was Tuesday. But we still don't have proof that Cassie has been held hostage. Hell, every chance she got, she was cheating. How she held hostage, but she keep cheating? How is she a victim? Come on, man. How is she held accomplice? How was she ever held hostage when Cassie had been able to do all the things that she did? Granted, he was authoritative and he was telling her what she can and can't do. I'm not taking that from him, you know what I'm saying, or from her. And I think that he was abusive and I think that he was controlling and all that stuff. But y'all making it seem like even with R. Kelly, them girls, even in the R. Kelly trial, it wasn't no locks on the door. It was not no, and let me say this too. Because I gotta say this part. I'm so tired of you niggas with this mental health. Oh, you don't understand Stockholm syndrome. I understand it better than you. Choices are still made. Either you want to stay or you want to go. Unless you were Cassie or somebody he had full fangs in and full control, you had no excuse. You should have got your ass up from around there. But you didn't care because it lined your pockets and put you in the right rooms with the right people. That's all that matters. Who gives a damn if he knocked Cassie up or beat her up? Who cares? Bitch, I'm trying to go to the party. I'm trying to get to Missy party. Girl, sorry, Cassie. I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you. But I'm trying to get to Missy party. None of them workers were held hostage. None of them. None of them workers were held hostage. Each and every one of them could have walked out that door like the one assistant did. But none of them wanted to. And they even got on the stand and said they still do it today. Listen, I'm saying all this to say, who are the real monsters here? Because I don't mind Diddy going to jail. I just think everybody should go to jail. Even with the R. Kelly thing, I think all of them niggas should have went to jail. Security, Sparkle. When Sparkle brought her niece back around that after she found out that R. Kelly was messing with 14-year-old Aaliyah, if you ask me, Sparkle literally gave her niece up as a sacrifice. In my opinion. Bitch, you went walk your 13, 14-year-old niece into a predator's arm. You walked her in there. Sparkle, according to Sparkle, she walked her 13-year-old niece after they were on a tour bus and the tour bus door opened and he was in the bed sleeping with Aaliyah at 14 years old. You knew he was a predator and you walked your 13, 14-year-old niece in there to be given right to that nigga. Sparkle should be in jail. I don't care what I said that then. She should be in jail. And all them people around there on the stand, all them need to be in jail too. And don't give me Stockholm syndrome. Don't give me depression. Don't give me abuse. I don't want to hear about none of that ugly ass shit. Because there's a thing called fight or flight. Either you use it or you don't. Yeah, Drea should be in jail too. But again, it's never been about fixing the wrong. It's literally never been about any of that. It's always been about targeting and controlling. That's what this is all about. The powers that be need to bring Diddy down and they need you to do it. So that's why they collect all that data, all that information, all the raunchy, horrible, disgusting things he done did. Oh, you beat Cassie up? Oh, okay, put that in the tub. Oh, you got a freak off? Oh, and you over there jacking off in the corner with a mask on? Put that in the tub. Oh, you did this? Put that in the tuck, put that in the tuck. So when Mad Day come, they can come out with all of their true teas, because these be true teas. So they can come out with their true teas, and they can use the people like me and you to help them with our energy to push these people out. And I'm here for it, because Diddy needs to go. Only thing I'm saying is, ask yourself, are you really trying to fix the problem, or are you really just mad at Diddy? Because if you really, truly, 100% cared about the victims, you would be wanting everybody held accountable, not just Diddy. Because they're going to make a new Diddy. Then what? What are you going to do when they make the next Diddy? Why aren't we tackling the situation for what it is? Why aren't we training each other and talking to each other about integrity and not doing certain things because of who it is or where, or being able to speak up? Why aren't we having those conversations? Let's speak up and say something when we see something. Let's help each other. Let's have each other backs. Let's make some fail-safe plans for in case. Why are we not talking about that? Why are we not talking about that? Because none of us, you nor me, give a mother plug about Cassie. Not the people who work for Diddy, not the people who worked around Diddy, not me, not you, even the ones on this live and in another live, lying to yourself saying you give a damn about Cassie. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't give two plucks about Cassie. Because if you get an opportunity, you'll sit there and watch her get her ass whooped too. Oh, yeah. And if you feel played, a hit dog gonna always holler. Ow! You don't give a damn about Cassie. You don't. You just want to be able to go online and act like you do and then scold the people who literally come outside and say, I don't care. Because it makes you feel like you're in a better position or a moral high ground. But you're not. You're not. You're just as bad. You're just as evil, because we all are. Duh. You're not no better because you helping up for Cassie. Girl, fuck Cassie. You give a fuck about that hoe? Girl, I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a fuck. Fuck Cassie. I didn't give a fuck about her back then. Only thing I liked it was the song. And when I found out Diddy ain't do that, then I really don't give a fuck. Until y'all are ready to have the conversation of how to prevent this from happening again, you don't give a damn about no victims. You don't give a damn about no doggone Cassie. And you don't give a damn about none of this other stuff. You just playing and lying to yourself. You lying to yourself. You don't care. You don't care. And don't let these content creators get on here and play like they care, because they don't care neither. Girl, this is a job. These bitches on here making a coin. Do you hear me? Right. Michelle P says Cassie don't care about Cassie. She don't. She really don't. She really don't. She truly don't. Cassie don't give a damn about Cassie. Somebody said, Abundance said R. Kelly was a victim, but they'll never talk about that. You will never hear that conversation. You will never hear that conversation. Girl, I can't even get people to feel sorry for Antoine Massey. And his daddy was killed right in front of him at 7 years old. Girl, you will never hear them talking about R. Kelly's victimhood. It doesn't exist, because once they make you a monster, you don't get to be a victim. Even though they want all the victims, all the monsters to be victims. You get it? Even though they want all the other monsters, Cassie included, to be a victim, once the internet tells you that the main character is a monster, they can never go back to victimhood, because quiet as it's kept. Didn't I hear something in the past about Diddy being essayed as a little bitty boy or something like that? Or being exposed to stuff as a little bitty boy? No, neither here nor there. 7, thank you for the super chat. Let's not forget those Greek men back when used to have their own freak offs. Now it's full circle. Oh, baby, the Qs still do a freak off. I know I'm cool with all the Qs. Yeah, the Qs still do a freak off. Oh, and by the way, I don't mean to snitch, but I'm about to snitch. When your husband and your boyfriend or whoever go off the conclave, they be fucking. So if you married to a Q, I don't care if he a pastor or no. If you married to a Q and he won't go to conclave, he going fuck. Neither here nor there. But thank you so much for the super chat 7. With that being said, y'all, I'm about to get a no, baby. Lil City said allegedly. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. And they do an annual freak off every year. They call it conclave. Allegedly. Allegedly. They be fucking though. I ain't gonna lie. Only ones who don't fuck are the ones who ain't lucky enough or who ain't cute. But even the old niggas, all them old niggas with the canes and all that, acting like they can't walk, they be in there fucking. I ain't even gonna lie, they be fucking down like a dog. Like a dog. Like, I'm just saying. Now, I can't speak on no other, but I know a lot of Qs. I'm cool with a lot of Qs. I, myself, has been to conclave. Yeah. Thank God my homeboy was there because they were about to try to get me caught up. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga said, hey, bro, you not going to no parties. I was like, why? He was like, you not going. Why, nigga, you not going? I'm like, you can't tell me what to do. And every time I was trying to get into a party, this nigga was cock blocking. And then after we finally came back to Georgia, the nigga sat me down and told me why he didn't want me at the party. And the great details he gave me was freak off Diddy tease. So I'm glad I didn't go to the party. I'm just saying. With that being said, I got to get off here. Love y'all down to the ground. Catch y'all on the next one. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. I have Basketball Wives coming out later on today. And I will catch y'all on the next show, y'all. Love y'all down to the ground. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.